Good morning. I can't hear you. I'll do the whole Zoom. You're on mute, but I don't think you are. Still can't. No. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, and it looks like we have CMartyFit in the studio with us, Nicole Bernard.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who let him in?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know how to work anything, so it must have been you.
I leave for a moment because I have a technical glitch and I show up and there's a third person in the lab. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Yeah. Oh, I'm excited about today. And I'm not excited because Chris Martin's here. CMartyFit, Nicole. Not.
Well, thanks, Keith. Thanks for that.
I'm really excited because this is what's happening.
Oh, here you go, man.
Y'all played today?
Yeah, so you don't know. Me and CMarty have been going back and forth for a couple of days as we've been kind of jiving a little bit about what's happening with the hockey. And I know his Capitals are playing tonight, and I know CMarty that those Capitals have a few more Stanley Cups than my Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, they do. I'm aware.
Oh man! So yes, game 2 tonight. I expect to come to the show tomorrow with some. What's up, Chris? What's going on, Mr. Loutman? Nicole and CMarty. I have a surprise for Chris today, but he doesn't know.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't know though.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So Nation, I have CMartyFit here because as you know, Keith and Nicole have this ambition. We're creating this massive platform here, starting off in the mornings. And I've been chatting with CMarty about doing some stuff with us. Chris, Nicole, CMarty was on the show with me, I think right after you, actually. I think about a week after you or 2 weeks after you. CMarty popped in. I was like, hey, I'm vibing with this guy. I'm getting along with this guy. Former D1 athlete.
Sure.
Probably a harder worker than me.
You think so?
Wow.
He's He's a pretty hard. I feel like I got to keep myself accountable when I see CMarty showing up, man. He's just going at it hard all the time. Less brunches, more crunches, going at it all the time. So Nicole, I invited CMarty into the lab this week to hang out with us, enjoy the conversation and meet with our guests. And all things go as planned. I think we're gonna seed some maybe some afternoon, evening content with CMartyFit on the network here.
Ooh, awesome.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Keith, I got so many ideas already. So
I know you do. I know you haven't. You're not short of any creative ideas.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got to send you like a paragraph of all the stuff I'm thinking about. So.
Yeah. Only a paragraph?
I got a little more than that. Hey, Keith, you cool if I share this with my audience, right?
I was just gonna say it. I'm watching you. Fantastic. Yes, stream it to your Instagram, to your YouTube, to your X. Stream it wherever you can, my friend.
Yeah, it's on there, so we're good to go.
All right, this is awesome. This is fantastic. So we got a big show today, guys. We have the AI chicken wrangler joining us today.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it is either. I was going to text you like, what is that? But it was past my bedtime, so I was like, I'll find out tomorrow.
So Matt Rouse, another former guest of the lab, jumped into the lab, I think after you guys, at some point along the way, and we were chatting on LinkedIn about just whatever, and I'm like, hey, Matt, what? Oh, you might be sitting here in the. Why don't we just not start? Let's just start talking with him instead of about him. Oh, there's Matt Rouse. So Matt Rouse joins us in the lab this morning. Matt sent me a note. We were talking online a couple weeks ago. I said, Matt, why don't you join the show, man? Come grab coffee. And Matt's a marketing guy, AI guy. He's done a few things in his life. He's
chicken guy?
Yeah, he's absolutely a chicken guy. He's the only person that I know that's a chicken wrangler.
I don't think I've ever met a chicken wrangler before.
Me neither.
So.
Did you see the picture I sent you of my daughter, Keith? I texted you a picture of my daughter. She used to harass our chickens. It made me think of that.
So, my goodness. So there you go, Matt. You have started a thing here today. You're the ultimate chicken wrangler. So we officially have, Marty and Nicole, we have a chicken wrangler as now one of our friends at the lab. What's going on, Matt Rouse? Oh, we got no audio, Matty. You want to go fix your audio there and we'll bring you back in here? Nope, there he goes. You go fix that. We'll bring you back in here in a moment. That's what I love having the controls. You can just kind of throw people out, throw people back in and so forth and go from there. So, well, Matt's getting us. So let's set the show up today, guys. I want to set the show up. So we'll get some back and forth here for a little bit. We have accountability check-in this morning. You know what? Nicole, you know this, and CMarty, you know this. And you know our motive here in the lab is to have motivating, aspirational content, people to start in their day. I'm going to tell you all something, man. Ambition is not enough to achieve your audacious goals. I see CMarty nodding his head. It's not enough.
I agree.
Not enough. You got it. So we're going to talk about that in a few moments. Matt Rouse sent me Nicole yesterday, and I sent you the text yesterday evening. Matty sent us a brand new Business Athlete Performance Lab AI generated song. So we're gonna put that up on the air here in a little bit. Creator Spotlight coming up here today. I'm excited to unveil who that's going to be. We're gonna shine. You know what we like to do here, Nicole and CMarty. So CMarty, in the mornings, we like to take somebody on LinkedIn, and we like to shine the light on them, surprise the heck out of them, create a bunch of content post show, and then distribute it and make them feel happy. That's our ambition here in the morning. So we got the Creator Spotlight, and that's probably going to fill it up here today. How was your day yesterday, Nicole?
It was great. A lot of work, running, and I watched the new Bob Marley movie. It was awesome. Have y'all seen it?
I have seen the trailer, but I have not watched.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris, you seen it?
Good.
No, I haven't seen it. I got to check that out. I saw the trailer just like you.
Yeah. Chris, maybe I'll get you to bump your audio up a little bit, my friend, there if you can. Matt, did you get your audio there myself?
I think so.
Yeah, there we go. Matty Rouse. How are you, my friend? You're joining us from where?
I'm in Nova Scotia.
Where? Matt. Nova Scotia's a big place, man.
Well, honestly, it's not that big. You can drive across it in like 2 hours. No, I'm in the Annapolis Valley, which is kind of the biggest city. We'll put that in quotes. City is Digby, which is near me. We're kind of east across the bay from Maine, so we're
Okay.
actually technically south of where you are, Nicole, in Portland. There,
Wow.
so. Yeah, everybody asked if I was moving up north to Canada, and I actually moved south to Canada. So
Yeah, I think it was north as well. Like I think it was like northeast from here. Like
Hold on though. So Matt, you're on the East Coast, aren't you?
yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I moved from Portland, Oregon, to Port Royal, Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Yeah, about 3,500 miles, and it turned out this is more south on the planet than where I lived in the United States. So I was able to move from the United States to Canada south.
Okay. So so Nicole is above you on the west, and then you have CMarty above you on the east. CMarty, where are you joining us from today, my friend? People don't know where you're joining us from.
Yeah, I'm in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear, pal. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, I'm in Maryland, so right outside of Washington D.C. So they call that the DMV area. So I'm in the D.C. metropolitan area in Maryland currently.
Awesome. So Maddie joins us here today. We're going to talk a bunch of things on today's show. Is generally how things go here in the lab. Man, I had a great guest yesterday, Deanna Rodolescu. I would invite you guys, if you haven't checked out the Live in the Lab show from yesterday. She has a story. I don't even know where to start. Actually, abused, human trafficking, completely disjointed situation, and she pulled herself out. Successful businesswoman. This awesome show she has, the Label Free podcast. She runs this show for a living. It's not a hobby, so she's doing the same thing we're doing. An exceptional human being. I would invite you all to check out yesterday's show, Live in the Lab, with Deanna Rodolescu. And then today, guys, I want to show you what's happening today. And if I can get this sorted out here quick enough, I want to show you. But today I got a guest, Michael Hoodlow, joining me. And Michael sent me a note last week, and he's like, Keith. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it in. And I go, why is that? He says, because this is coming.
Oh.
And if you can see the screen right now, Michael Hoodlow is a proud grandparent. His daughter had a baby yesterday. So if you're just listening in on the podcast, you can't see it if you're watching the YouTube stream. Sure, turn over if you're feeling all happy this morning. Hoodlow has a baby girl, so he's going to join me here today. He was all concerned, Matt, CMarty, and Nicole, that he was going to miss today's show. He's like, I'm going to miss the show, Keith. I'm going to miss the show. I'm like, no, it's okay, man. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. So I love people's passion for wanting to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Good time.
It's a good show.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're trying, CMarty. We're trying. You've paid attention a couple times, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've been checking it out.
Listen, I wanted to bring a different POV, Nicole, to the show. I wanted to bring somebody who might not know as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
It's like, wait, that sounded different.
Hey, Keith, that's strike 2. Strike 3, I'm getting out of here.
I said to CMarty, I said, I show love through jesting and teasing. So that's what we're going to go at. Nicole's like, oh, yeah.
Cool.
I know.
I do the same thing. It's okay.
Yeah. You can tell, Nicole, that we're just in the first show with CMarty, so he's being a little tepid with his gestures so far.
Exactly.
Right?
I know. I've seen his Instagram videos. I know.
Oh, we've all seen his Instagram videos. We all know. CMarty has made an appearance on the show, Matt Rouse, along the way here. I'm not sure if you've seen any of his stuff, but the guy's got an incredible sense of humor. He looks at the world through a different lens.
Definitely.
Like this one right here.
Oh man. Keith, you gotta stop, man.
Well, so this one's for Matt Rouse. This is the chicken song for Matt Rouse.
Oh, okay,
right?
all right.
Yeah.
We'll do it for Matt.
There, we'll tone it down a little bit. So Maddie, you got the chicken shirt on today. I appreciate you wearing that chicken shirt today for us.
I do. I fed my chickens before I came on the show.
So
that's what I did. I ran outside. I gave them some grapes and like the little tops of like strawberries and some some oiled sunflower seeds. They love that. That's like chicken crack. And they go crazy for that. Collected some eggs, and that's it. Got my chicken shirt on. Here I am.
So let's just pause for a moment and just take in what Matt said. What year is it?
It's the year to get some chickens. That's what year it is.
Is it 1964? Matt's out collecting.
Hey, you can jest all you want, but when bird flu is everywhere, my chickens are going to be worth a fortune. Because I actually just spent it's going to take me like 100 years to recoup the amount of work we had done to cover our chicken coop and completely enclose the outdoor area and the indoor area, just so that birds flying over can't poop on my chickens and give them bird flu.
Oh, this is serious. This is a serious conversation
we covered
right
it. We spent almost $7,000 covering our chicken runs so that the chickens can't get bird flu, because it's coming. And, it may not be as bad as it was, maybe 2019. I think it was 2018, 2019. Bird flu was kind of a big thing in the world. And it kind of went away for a while, and it's got a resurgence in the southern United States right now, which is a bad time because that's when all the birds fly north, right? So we're just trying to be cautious and, try and deal with problems before they happen, which is, I think, a good business lesson.
So Christopher Loutman is there. Matt's out there slinging chicken crack. Completely want chicken as well, by the way. You're right, Christopher Loutman. So let's come back to talk to Matt Rouse in a few moments later on in the hour about, so I got to be honest with you, Matt, I didn't even really, I don't have chicken, so I don't think about the birds flying over my house and poop. Almost said the bad word. Pooping in the yard and getting everybody else sick. True story.
It's true.
It's true.
It doesn't transfer to people that way, though, so that's good.
Oh, so if I get on, I'm not going to get bird flu?
Not unless you eat it.
Well, there's that.
There's that.
Just to be honest, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's a bad idea.
See, Marty, I see you shaking your head there. Dude, it can happen. You could get on your hands. You could inadvertently be at the In-N-Out just down the street there. Next thing you know, you got some white cream on the burger. And the white cream's not the white cream.
It's not mayonnaise.
It's not mayonnaise. All right. The show's off the rails 18 minutes in. We're going to take a quick coffee break. We're going to be back in less than a minute. We're going to set up the accountability check-in today. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the fact that ambition is not enough to achieve your audacious goals, especially if you want to stop chickens from pooping in your yard. So we're going to be back in less than a minute to talk about that and continue the conversation with Matt Rouse and CMartyFit and go around the horn. So guys, I'm back in less than a minute, okay? Hang tight. Oh, I got the best idea for you. So I want to invite you to take me to bed with you. Yeah, it's a true story. There's a hook. There's some nice music. So what I'm thinking, the best way you can end your day today is you can crawl up into the sack. Yeah, that's the bed. Just for all you thinking in the gutter. You're all just, nation, you gotta get out of the gutter, man. So just crawl into bed next to your partner. You say to them, you know what, honey? You know what, partner? And they're gonna go, yes, honey, yes, partner. And you might want to say to them, you know what? We're not gonna put on late night television. No, we're not gonna put any of that late night stuff on our phones. No, we're gonna open up the old YouTuber. Yeah. That little platform that sits on your phone, sits on every device on the planet. And you're going to go into Keith in the lab, and you're going to look at all these wonderful shows with all these incredible human beings that have come through the lab, and you're going to select one. And I might invite you to check out the one that pops up right in front of you. That says, stuck in a hot tub with Dana Carvey. It'll make you laugh. It'll keep you entertained. And by the time it gets a little bit boring, at the last 57, 58, 59 minute mark, you go to sleep. Because we are here to entertain and inform you. So I invite you to introduce a new routine to your life and take the chief Batfleet to bed and close your day off with me. So, you ever thought, see Marty or Matt Rouse of, I'm not going to ask Nicole. You guys ever thought about taking me to bed? Because there's your invitation.
I go to bed pretty early.
Same.
there's some chickens crowing at 6 a.m. I gotta go feed.
What time's your bedtime, Matt?
Oh, I don't know, kind of somewhere between 8 and 11. Depends on the day.
Oh yeah. How about you, Marty? I know you're an early riser. You got people to take care of, and I know you're all about the healthy fitness, the proper lifestyle. As far as I'm concerned, what time do you hit the bed, man?
Usually between 9 and 11.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty much me too. I know, Nicole, you're around the same, eh?
If I'm up past 10, that's late for me.
Oh yeah. Good for you. Well, let's segue to accountability. Let's talk. Let's move our conversation to this idea. We dropped our accountability post this morning on LinkedIn. We do it every single morning at 7:16. Nicole asked me why 7:16. I don't know why. It just seemed like a great time to go instead of 7:15 or 7:14. So 7:16 Central Time, 8:16 Eastern. We always drop a conversational piece. And today's conversational piece, Matt, C. Marty, Nicole, is ambition is not enough to achieve your audacious goals. Sure, being an ambitious human puts you ahead, and it's the spark that makes the big dream in the first place. But no matter how amazing the vision, there's a difference between dreaming and doing, because see, Marty, without discipline, without consistency, Nicole, without adaptability, and Matt Rouse with the chickens, without accountability, ambition means nothing. How do you guys feel about that? See, Marty?
Oh, I definitely agree with that. And, me being a former athlete and being in the fitness world, I take the approach that I would use if I wanted to get better for basketball. That's what I played.
Yeah.
Or for fitness. So you definitely need vision. You got to put some action behind it. It sounds great to say, hey, I want to lose weight. Hey, I want to build muscle. But if you don't have the vision, if you don't have a plan, and if you don't take action, and taking action means doing it when you don't feel like it. Do it on the days you aren't quote unquote motivated. And so that's where the discipline kicks in that you just mentioned. But definitely 100% agree with everything you just said. And I kind of, I've translated that mindset over to my content, my content creation. That's how you found me.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Definitely. So that you can apply that anywhere, whether that's business, content creation, family, relationships, finance, that really doesn't matter, but it's pretty much the same thing across the board.
Well, and chicken wrangling too, right? See, Marty, like you think about Matt, I'm sure Matt, I'm just going to, I'm thinking you have a set of discipline and structure in your life where every single day, it has to happen. You don't have a reason to be motivated to go feed the chickens. You don't have to be reason to motivated to go cover the garage so they don't get pooped on. There's a discipline, an accountability around your world that this has to happen every single day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't give them food and water, they're going to starve. So you got to do it every day.
Simple as that, isn't it? Yeah.
Accountability honestly, you have to have some kind of reasonable structure in your life to be able to do something consistently, because otherwise just the chaos starts to creep in, right? And so if you put that, it's kind of like, I think it was that book, The One Thing, where they said, work is like a river, and you put a stone in the river, like putting something on your calendar that I'm going to do this every day at this time, and all the other work will flow around it, right?
Yes.
So I get up, I feed my chickens, I water them, we let them outside so they can run around. I take my daughter to school. I'm at the coffee shop at 8:05, and I write until 9:30 a.m. every day, 5 days a week.
No kidding.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's how I wrote now almost 8 books in 6 years.
Wow.
What's amazing about that is that had you not had that structure or discipline, those 8 books aren't getting written.
No. I'd be lucky if I'd have 2.
This is great. I had 2 chats with 2 guests yesterday post show, and one was, I want to start a video show. I want to start a YouTube channel like you've done. And see, Marty, I know you and I've talked about this before. When I talked to these 2 humans, there was always a reason not to get started. And by the end of the call with them, I was like, no, just start. Like the discipline will come if you just start. Like start the first day, get 1% better the next, start establishing a routine, and just focus on the discipline of getting started. I want to hang on accountability for a few moments here, you guys, because I find I was See, Marty, sorry, I went for a walk this morning. I know it's not the fitness thing we talk about, but I went for a walk before my lift today.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I got a lift. It's leg day today, man. I got a lift coming up after the show.
There we go. All right, cool.
But I find that I want to encourage people today, Matt, Nicole, just to do something, just get started on something today. Like if you're hearing our show right now, there's a lot of people tuning in right now. Just do something you don't even think you're going to do today. You know, because yesterday I was talking to a fella and he kept finding excuses, and I was like, dude, you keep saying you want to do something, but yet you keep making a reason why you don't want to do it. So do you want to do it or not want to do it?
Can
Right?
I add something?
Yeah.
I always tell my clients, if you look for an excuse, you'll find one, and if you look for a reason to be a victim, you'll find a reason to be a victim. And so that's pretty much the guy you were talking to. He's looking for a reason, so it's going to be easy to find one, and it could be the most outrageous reason, but people will use that, no matter how ridiculous it may sound.
And then even if you remove barriers for them, I think there's still they'll find a reason, won't they, see, Marty?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to, there has to be an innate, something has to go off inside of you. Right? Something has to go off inside of you. Matt, what went off inside of you years ago, which was, okay, in order for me to do this, I have to start creating this structure in my life. What was that for you? What was that pivotal moment for you, Matt?
Well, I didn't really do it that way the first book that I wrote. It was a real struggle. But
Really?
what had happened was there was a new platform out for video chat, kind of similar to what we're doing right now, called Blab. And it was years ago. Do you remember Blab? Anyway, I was kind of out the same time as like Vine, and there's a bunch of startups doing video stuff. And anyway, I was watching a chat on there between a guy who's crowdfunding publishing his first book and a guy who ran a book crowdfunding platform. And then I got talking with them, and I was just like, they're like, you should totally crowdfund a book about all the, SEO marketing type work that you do. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I know it, right? It'll be easy. I'll just write it down, kind of thing. It was not easy. Like, it was really hard to get it all. Like, not only am I trying to write a book and edit a book, but I'm also like running my agency. And then at the same time, I'm trying to crowdfund the book, like finances at the same time. It was just not the right way to go about it the first time.
Yeah.
But what I did learn is to write a shorter book the first time. So my second book, I was able to knock it. The first one took almost 2 years to get done, from the first word written to the last kind of out the door. My second book took a year. My last book took 3 months. So it was technically 105 days from when I came up with the idea for the book till it was on the shelf. So once you got the system down, right, you get better at it every time. You start to figure out, how do I do publishing? How do I do layouts? How do I do self-publishing? How do I talk to an editor? All those things you figure out along the way. But the only way you're going to get it done is if you sit down and write every single day. And maybe I like take weekends off now. I used to not. I used to just do it 7 days a week. Maybe on the weekend I do 10 or 15 minutes of writing, but at least I write a paragraph or something. But now I have that hour to hour and a half every morning that I write 5 days a week. And that may not be working on the book. It could be writing on LinkedIn. It could be Medium posts, could be blogs, could be social media, whatever. I'm writing something.
Yeah.
And now I can write all day. I never get stuck. I never run out of ideas. Because after you keep doing it, I mean, you learn how to do it. And, it's like when you talk to somebody who's a runner and they like to go out, they don't go, well, I've done one race. I guess I don't ever need to do that again.
That's cool.
They know how to do it. They like doing it, and they keep doing it, right?
Yes. Yeah. Nicole's training for an ultra marathon match. She's got an ultra marathon coming up. I don't know if you know that either, but Nicole's training for an ultra marathon June 22nd. She's we're all going to be cheering her along. Was that, see, Marty?
I said, let's go.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So she got roped into this morning show thing because she knocked on my door saying, hey, I want to start this new routine. I want to get a routine started for my ultra marathon. I'm like, hey, why don't you do it for the morning show? We'll just figure this out.
There you go.
It's not a bad idea.
But that's an example of getting started.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're on show 32 now. It's taken a life of its own on. People are knocking on our doors saying, hey, we want to be on it. We've got more people on today than ever. We got CMartyFit on the show today. We got Matt Rouse on the show today. Nicole, could you imagine if we were still talking about this? And I'm being serious right now.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And it would have been easy to keep talking about it. Like, how do we really logistically set it all up? You know, because I think we talked about it on a Wednesday and we started that following Monday.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Right. Yeah. And you know, yesterday I sent you guys like a show outline, more organized than ever. And I went to bed Sunday earlier than ever because I had the week of shows organized. And see, Marty, I was talking with you, and it's just one of those things where if I didn't start on day one, like I didn't have all this organized on day one. Like, again, somebody was talking to me yesterday. He's like, Keith, I'm recording my podcast, but I don't want to turn the video on. I'm like, dude, you're standing in front of the camera right now. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, just nobody actually cares. Just start talking in front of the camera. I said, your first show is probably not going to be as good as your 10th one. But if you don't do the first one, you're not going to get to the 10th one.
Right.
I tell people two things. Well, this is what worked for me. One is when people are done watching the show, they're going on with their day. They got their families. They got work. They're not thinking about your show. So whether it was good or bad, they're not going to be thinking about it.
Isn't that true, though?
And then the first episode, if the first episode is terrible, if it's trash, when you're successful 5 years later, nobody's going to go back and watch how bad you were the first episode. So just put it out there.
Yeah, that's great advice.
That keeps me going.
That's really that's such simple advice, see, Marty, because you're right. Just go, because nobody really does care, right?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Well, it's the magic of the internet, right? You can you could delete the old one, or you could put a new one. Option. You could edit it, re-edit it, and make it into a new version of the old one.
No kidding. No kidding.
Have y'all ever seen Gary V's videos when he first started? They're terrible, like in an awesome way, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
I remember watching Wine Library TV 20 years ago.
Gotta start somewhere.
You know what I love about our show is that I've dated in nostalgia. So you didn't know if it's 1984 in the show right now, or it's 2024 or 1972. We've got it laced in this. Like, I'm thinking, Matt Rouse, you're tuning in thinking, man, I feel like I'm tuning into 1980 right now.
Well, I don't know. There's a few things there.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a 1980 microphone setup.
No, this is true. This is true. Before we get into some more conversation with Matt, and I want to debut the AI, the Matt Rouse generated Business Athlete Performance Lab song. I want to quickly just talk about a few more moments of accountability. I read something this morning in, I think it's Entrepreneur Inc. I think it's Entrepreneur, Nicole, where you write 8 levels of accountability to manage as a business leader. So let's stay on this theme of accountability. If you're a business leader, if you're a trainer, you're a coach, you're somebody, working with your fellow colleagues, here's a few things for you to consider this morning. No accountability, a person totally unaware of their failures. So these are people that you work with that just won't accept accountability. They just dismiss it all. And they're like, no, not going to, it's your fault, see, Marty. You're going to do it. Your fault, Matt. Right? Blaming and complaining in lieu of accepting accountability, that kind of feeds back into that, just not accepting responsibility, right? Delivering excuses rather than results. Waiting and hoping for a miracle. Yeah, I'll start the show next week. It's going to be awesome next week when I start. Oh, my podcast, I'm going to go next Friday. It's going to be the best podcast ever next Friday. No, it's not, actually. It's not. Just start right now, and by next Friday, in 3 Fridays, it's going to be better. Right? Acknowledging reality leads to accountability. I think this one, Marty, you're good with this one. See, Marty, right? Because you're all about acknowledging what's in your mirror, which probably should lead to some accountability. You hope, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The mirror isn't going to lie to you. So that could be a metaphor or literally looking in the mirror. It's not going to lie to you. It's going to tell on all your habits.
Yes.
It's going to snitch on you. So absolutely.
It is going to snitch on you.
Yeah. So I know when my clients are lying to me. I just take a look at them. And if there's no change in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I know they're lying to me.
Oh,
They're still going to brunch every Sunday, right?
That's right.
They are.
Right.
They are. Yeah. And then they come to my workout wearing my merchandise the next day.
But you're happy because you got some money in the bank because they bought your shirt at least.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the good part.
Less brunches, more crunches. CMartyFit delivering a style of motivation, and that's suitable for everybody, I would say, if you really want to get some stuff done. CMarty, D-Wiz, CMarty is in the building. Accepting the ownership and responsibility.
D-Wiz, what's going on, man? What's up, D-Wiz?
Yeah. Applying known solutions to predictable tasks and challenges. Matt Rouse, applying known solutions to predictable tasks and challenges. Hey, the birds are flying north. We got to put a tarp up over the birds because they're going to get pooped on and they're going to get bird flu.
That's right. Or you also might want to take a look at what's coming technology-wise for your business, which is something we're also going to talk about, I think, a little bit. But
we are.
Things are a-changing, so it's time to take that look at how AI is coming up, because people complain about it all day long, but I don't see anybody doing anything about it.
I agree with you. And we're going to get that in just a moment, because this segues this last one, the 8th one, Nicole, C. Marty, Matt. Accepting total accountability and making it happen. Just to summarize it all, right? Like, just take responsibility and make it happen, right? And that's with, like you said, Matt, the AI world coming upon us. Good timing for the show today here, Matt, because there's been some news in the AI world here this morning as I woke up over coffee. You guys are Instagrammers. Have you guys tried the new Meta Assistant in your Instagram? Do you know what's there?
No, but when I searched, it looks different.
That's the search bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Rose, do you know what's there? Have you tried play with it yet?
I haven't used it on Instagram yet, but we've used the Llama 3 model in some code work that we were doing, and it's pretty solid. It's about GPT-4 level model. So
yes.
It's very, it's good at what it's good at. But that kind of remains to be seen what else it can do. So
yes. So anybody not know what we're talking about right now, Meta, if you got your Instagram or your Facebook or anything like that, go up to the old search bar there, and the Meta Assistant will do quickly anything.
Was that me on your Explore page?
No. Oh yeah, it is you. It is absolutely you.
Are you stalking him again?
That's funny, man. I just opened it up and there's old CMartyFit this show in there.
Come on, Keith. Leave me alone, man.
That's funny, man.
Come on, Keith.
Awesome.
Imagine. And it's creating images for you like instantly. Matt, have you tried that?
Wow. Yeah, I've done the stickers one, and I did a couple of image generations. I don't think it's nearly as good as Midjourney, but it's getting there.
It is getting there. Yeah. You can see how it's going to be a game changer. Like how easily, readily accessible. Like it's just literally what's at your finger. It's no different than sending a sticker now.
So you know where it's going though, right? Is because everybody, let's say just for sake of argument, everybody has either Instagram or WhatsApp or Facebook pretty much on the whole planet. I mean, yes. Except for, we're talking 2.5-3 billion people have it. One of those apps. Meta wants to make it so that you have an AI, a personalized AI assistant in that app that's made for you. So everyone will have an AI assistant in their pocket all the time, everywhere they go.
It's crazy.
That is nuts.
What do you think about that, Matt? I know you're an AI expert. You spend a lot of time writing about AI. You spend a lot of time talking about it with your customers. What's your POV on that, Matt?
Well, it's tough to say where that's going to go, right? I think that you're going to see a lot of things. I think like one of those things will be the way that kind of shopping habits and stuff change. Right now, for a lot of people, if you need something and it's not, you don't need a brand name version of whatever the thing is, you just go to Amazon or Walmart and you type it in and it shows up at your house. But now you'll just tell the AI, it'll go figure out which one's the best, it'll buy it, and then it'll show up at your house. Right? It's going to reduce the amount of steps needed to do kind of everyday things.
So I'm glad you bring that up. You probably saw the news today as well as I did, Matt, that rumor has it today, something might be dropping from OpenAI, whether it's Sora, whether it's GPT-5, whether it's a large new language model to compete with what Meta's doing, maybe to take some of the news share. And apparently the rumors have it that GPT-5 or the new model from OpenAI will be not only multimodal, but what you alluded to, Matt, is more of an agent where it'll do tasks for you. So just like the R1 Rabbit, right? That little technical gadget now, which is not only, search me up pizza, but actually order me the pizza. So see, Marty, less brunches, more crunches. Where's the nearest brunch place? Order me the brunch delivered to my house. That's what's coming with these tools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you think about the fitness industry, right? Since we're talking about fitness. How do you find a personal trainer in the world of AI compared to, search engines and stuff, right? So right now, people have several ways that they can do it. They can do it in person. They can get a referral from someone else. Maybe they're getting that through, someone they follow on Instagram, like they follow CMartyFit. They know he's local to the area, so they message him and DM him and say, hey, can we, connect up? Or they're searching on, Google or Bing or something like that.
Yeah.
Now you're going to ask your agent to find them, right? Maybe they say, I want you to find me all of the trainers who have an Instagram in the DC area, and it will automatically follow all those people for you, and then you select which one you like the best. Or it could be find me, trainers for people who are 40-year-old women who have a gym membership at LA Fitness, and it's going to go out and figure that out for you. So a lot of the kind of legwork is already going to be done, but that also means it makes it really difficult to game the system. So you're going to have to be able to have the media work that you do for your business, like your marketing work, is going to have to convince the AI that you're the best choice, not a person that you're the best choice. So you're going to have to convince the AI first, convince the person afterward if they look you up.
Interesting. And how is that going to happen, Matt? Let's stay on CMartyFit, right? So CMarty's a personal trainer in the Maryland area. What kind of content does CMarty? So this is the helpful stuff to our entrepreneur audience right now, right?
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So what kind of stuff is somebody like CMarty going to be doing to be found by the AI compared to, I think what you're alluding to, Matt, is being compared to being found by Google, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it would be similar to the idea of, when you search on Google and you search in Google Gemini, you get different results.
Yes.
So that's where the difference is. How those results will end up, we don't really know yet, right? So the best thing that you can do right now is try to make it extremely clear what you do and also what you don't do. So you'll really want to be clear around things like what kind of, training and fitness do you do? Who are the types of people you work with? Some examples of, work you've done with other clients, what work you do not do, who you are not a good fit for, because that's just as important to the computer as what, you are good at doing. And those ideas, like we're looking at, we've got, a client who sells, something that's very high end. So we speak to the fact that this is not for people looking for a bargain. This is something people are looking for the best. And what we're doing is we're training the algorithm. So if somebody says, hey, I want the best, blah, 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 then it says, oh, well, this one is the best because it says it's not for people looking for cheap ones and it's a good one, right? And so this is a good option for us to get back to our person. You also want to make sure if you have things like interfaces, checkout systems, any of that kind of stuff, it needs to be built for clarity and not for cleverness, because large language models are not good with clever, right? They want to know exactly what you want, not here's a clever way for me to say this. So clarity is important. Right? Yeah, try to be literal.
I had somebody say to me, Nicole, a couple weeks ago, clarity over cleverness.
Yeah.
Right. Because I tend to always try to be clever with words and so forth. And I was very much corrected, Matt and Nicole. So no, Keith, be clear. Be really clear. Clever is great, but in a world of, but here, Matt, here's where I have a challenge with that. Like, aren't we training these agents to be so smart where they should be able to discern between what you're good at, what you're not good at? Like, I get concerned when I hear some of the things you're saying, because aren't we just continuing to, perpetuate this idea of, Nicole's only drinking this sort of Kool-Aid, and then CMarty's only drinking this sort of Kool-Aid, and Keith's only drinking this sort of Kool-Aid, and we're going to keep serving them up that Kool-Aid and never open them up to any different points of view. That's what bothers me of what's happened in the last 10 years with how we've been served up information.
I don't think that's how they've been trained, right? Okay. So the models have been trained on basically everything. Like, yes. Every publicly available bit of text has already been consumed by every major AI model.
Yes.
And then plus books and scripts and poems and historical documents and, medical papers and scholarly papers and whatever you want to say. that's publicly available, it's in the models already. Any of the larger models, it's already in there. They're also starting to transcribe audio, video, describe what's in video, inputting photos and things like that into the systems. That's where it becomes what you said was multimodal. Multimodal means that it can understand a photograph, or it can understand a video, or it can understand an audio file or a computer file, right? So those are different modes. That's what multimodal means. And a good example is, if you want to do a good test, download the ChatGPT app for your phone. And then it works better if you have the paid version, because the unpaid version is not as smart as the paid version.
Yes.
So get the paid, spend the $20, get the paid version so you can see what a real AI does, or get Claude 3, which is also on par with 4.5.
Yes.
Anyways, get one of those two. Take a picture of an object that looks sort of like another object, right? So like I'll take a picture of a pepper shaker and say, tell me what building this is in New York. And I give it to the model and it says, this is not a building in New York. This is a pepper shaker. It's made of glass. The top is metal. It usually works like yada, yada, yada. It's used for distributing pepper, but you can also grind other stuff with it. I mean, it's hard to trick it, but that means it's multimodal, right? Because it can take photographs and understand them just as well as when you type into it or you talk to it.
Mm-hmm. Another trick I find, Matt, is taking your ChatGPT assistant on your phone, opening up your fridge. See, Marty, I'm not sure if you tried this or not. Open up your fridge and take a picture of what's in your fridge and ask it to say, what do you see? It's going to tell you what it sees. And then the next question is, what can I make with what's in my fridge? And then it'll give you a list of recipes to make for your the food that day. And then you can say, create me a grocery list, and then it'll make you a grocery list of what you don't have in your fridge.
What? Wow.
Yes.
You can. Another good one is making, like, if it's for a fitness place, maybe you want to make a certain type of smoothie or something for an event, or if it's like a popular event or something, or a business event, we use it to make custom cocktails. So we say, okay, we're going to have a business event. It's going to be in this location. We want to use local varieties of fruit and vegetables and stuff wherever we can, plus any common ingredients to an average bar. And this is the theme of our event. Can you create me a custom cocktail? And it'll be like, okay, this is the blah, 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 blah cocktail. I mean, we could try it right now, and I can see if we can create one for your morning show.
There you go. So while you're doing that, Matt Rouse, while you're doing that, I'm going to play this song. So Matt sent me a note yesterday, said, hey, I made you a new morning show song. Nicole, CMartyFit, you have not heard this yet. So let's see if it works for us right now. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this.
We can't hear it. You're only dancing by yourself.
Okay. Well, that's a little disappointing. Let me see how I can do that then. I can hear it. You guys can't hear it though. Okay, so let me figure out. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go share screen. Yeah, there we go. Here, maybe this will work here.
Are you ready for the Business Athlete Performance Lab? It's
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Host Keith and Nicole, they're the dream team, helping athletes chase their dreams. The lab is buzzing, the show is starting, showing athletes the power in their hearts, the power in their hearts.
There you go. Matt Rouse. The Barbie AI-generated Bappel Business Athlete Performance Lab theme song, which is awesome from Matt Rouse. See, Marty, I thought you were digging it, man.
That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Matt, how did you make that? You're muted.
I was making the cocktail. I didn't want you guys to hear my typing in the background there.
How did you make that song?
So I used a piece of software called Udio. It's udio.com. I did a few examples before I came, for that one. And the only actual editing I did outside of Udio is I cut it so it would be shorter. Because I made a longer version. There's also another one that's really good that's called Suno. It's suno.ai. And so those two music apps, You can pretty much type in anything you want and it'll make it. And it's probably, I would make it as comparative quality to like, when you're driving and the radio station's kind of just starting to get out of range.
Yes.
That's kind of how Sumo sounds. Udio makes more clear music, but the instrumentation and stuff doesn't seem to be as good. So they both have things that they're good at.
Yeah. I've used Udio. It's going to upend the whole Epidemic Sound, Artlist, all those services that you get music from. Udio is actually pretty slick. And listen, we have to look no further than what happened on the weekend here when Drake released his diss track, right? His diss track with the AI generated Tupac, AI generated Snoop, right? Dissing the whole Marty. I'm Carter and I had this conversation last night in the gym. I'm convinced this whole beef is contrived because that's how you generate revenue and sales in today's world. You got to generate controversy and news. And I'm suspecting that a couple weeks ago, Kendrick sent Drake a little private text. He's like, hey, man, I'm throwing you under the bus next week. He's like, okay.
Let's do it.
I think so.
Believe it. I believe it.
I do believe it because, Taylor drops her album 2 weeks ago. She takes over the news cycle. We live in such a, it's almost like I got to create controversy with Nicole or you, CMarty or Matt to generate news, right? It's just, it's how it works.
Yeah. Damn it, Keith. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna
How could you play that song?
Yeah, we're gonna start a beef here on the air.
That's right.
So Matt, how's that? Is that song coming along here quickly, or you got something for us?
Cocktail.
I got your cocktail.
Okay, let's put it up here quickly before I go to Creator Spotlight. Before we wrap it up,
I'll just read it out for you because it's
beautiful.
In the
Let's hear
version. It's called Oregon Summer Morning.
Ooh.
It's an elegant coffee cocktail that encapsulates the essence of Oregon summers. It's robust espresso complemented by rogue hazelnut spice rum with a warm, nutty profile, sweetened with local Marion berry syrup from Oregon, as well as Oregon honey for berry sweetness, and a splash of Tillamook cream.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And I
sound
can see the sunrise, like my Oregon sunrise right now. The sky is like pink. And so it goes with that cocktail.
See,
sounds actually pretty spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
We're all going for drinks after the show.
Not that I'm not sponsored or affiliated in any way, but I really miss Tillamook cream and cheese. That was my favorite thing in Oregon. Oh my god,
so good.
Oh man. All right, so folks, I am going to turn the stage on for the last segment of our show. Nicole, CMartyFit, you look at our agenda, it's all out of whack today. We're going on the fly here today. We're wrapping up. We got a few minutes left in the show. So guys, my ambition is always to get it done by 55, 56, so we can do it on the 8 o'clock loop, but it looks like we're gonna be on the 8:05 or 9:05 loop here, which is fine. But I want to shine the light. Matt Rouse, CMartyFit, Nicole Bernard, we like to do this segment in the show, which is called the Creator Spotlight. Now I got to get I need to go with a little zinger before this, an introduction. We'll sponsor it and everything. But we shine the light on somebody in the lab who's doing awesome work on LinkedIn, who I think is doing great work. Sometimes they got a gazillion people following them. Sometimes they got 2. I really don't care. You put out great stuff. You got a great message. We're going to come celebrate you. So today, Nicole, we are going to celebrate somebody I met in the last 24, 48 hours on LinkedIn who's doing exceptional work. And I'm actually recording a song with them. I've been invited to record a song. I'm actually going to become a song player. Christopher Loutman. What a shaking, Christopher. I know he's tuning in today because he was texting us this morning. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Christopher Loutman, you are the feature of our Creator Spotlight today. But I want to show you why. So Christopher and CMarty, Matt, Nicole, you guys are totally going to dig what he has to say here because he is all about creative strategist branding. But here's what really got me. There are proven ways to stand out, but will you use them? He talks about how you go about it, being different, not being the same. But there was one post that really struck me out of everything. And it's this idea of, which was right here. Why are rock stars the pinnacle of personal branding? Think about a rock star. They are the pinnacle, right? And I won't name any rock, whether it's Drake or Taylor, just the idea of rock star. Drake, Taylor Swift, Bieber, Tupac, Eminem, whoever, Metallica, there's a reason why rock stars have been at the cultural peak. They embody a feeling, If you go to a rock star, it's a feeling that they sell, right? You feel a certain way when you engage with a musician or a rock star, right? So I loved his content. He's just really pushing out these ideas. And then he asked this one here, which I loved the most. And this is, I don't have time to go off on a rant on this one today, but everybody sounds the same. You go on LinkedIn or even Instagram or some of the social networks, Matt, CMarty, Nicole, we all sound the same.
I don't know. CMarty doesn't sound the same to me, to everybody else.
That's why CMarty's here. Because I want to celebrate differences, man, because you know, you log into LinkedIn sometimes, Nicole, and I know you do, like I do, or Matt Rouse, and you start seeing the same content with a different name on it, or delivering a different message. Hence, when I came out here into the world, I'm like, no, I want to do things differently. I really want to do things differently and trying to do things differently. Hence, you're seeing the brand being really differently. So I guess the message I want to invite everybody to consider, and Christopher Loutman really put it out there. And good job, Christopher. I invite you all to follow Christopher Loutman. He's a brand strategist. He's a creator. He creates brand stories. I would invite you to check him out on LinkedIn. It's Christopher-Loutman. You can see his name on the screen here. But he's all about encouraging you to be different. You know, and CMartyFit, that's why I knocked on your door, because you're not like everyone else. Matt Rouse, same thing. Like, I don't know any chicken wranglers, man.
That's right. I'm the only one.
No, I became friends with Nicole Bernard because I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that she's like, yeah, I'm going to go run 40 miles in 48 hours. And I was like, why?
That's a good question.
Like, why? What are you doing, man? So, you know, the fact that, you know, being different is really what it's all about. And that's the kind of message I want to encourage. I have a sign in my mudroom here for my kids to look at. I think, Nicole, I've told you this before. Matt Rose, it's a sign of hundreds of silver fish, and right in the middle of that sign, CMarty, is a blue fish. And the silver fish are all going in one direction, and the last thing you see when you walk out of my house is the blue fish going in the different direction. And it's just a reminder to my kids and to everybody that just, you don't have to go the same way as everybody else.
Yeah. Be
your own human, right? Yeah. So
Lotus, start today.
What's that, Nicole?
And start today.
Yes. Exactly. Wow. Thanks, Lotus Flower. I think for sticking around for an hour. I thought this was a great show. I thought it was, it was our first time with Nicole, our first time with 4 people.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I did a pretty good job managing the controls, even though I had technical problems to start with. And then I show up and there's this dude from Maryland in the lab. Like, who brought him here? We're excited to have him here, though.
I know how to teleport.
Yeah, there you go. Matt Rouse, how was your first appearance on Mornings in the Lab this morning? And what do you got planned for today, my friend? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining the conversation. The AI guy, the chicken wrangler guy. How can people find you? How can they engage with you? How can they find your book? Maddie, tell the world.
Easiest way to find me is MatthewRouse.com, and it's Matthew with 2 T's, ROUSE.com, and I'm on LinkedIn as Matt Rouse, and I talk about AI and chickens. So if you have a love for AI and chickens, then not together. I haven't managed to get the AI and the chickens into one place together. But I do ask the AI a lot of chicken questions, and man, it knows a lot of stuff. You want to find out, like which 2 kinds of breeds of chickens you got to get together so that you can have the offspring have eggs of a certain color. The AI knows. So
wow.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of uses for AI that, you were saying everybody sounds the same. There's a lot of people doing some amazingly different things with AI that nobody's thought of. So, follow those people on your favorite social media platform and find out what's happening so that you can, stay a little bit ahead of the curve.
In a world of niching down, I love the fact that Matt has embraced the idea of I am the AI chicken guy. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Matthew Rouse with 2 T's. You can find him on LinkedIn, MatthewRouse.com. CMartyFit, how was your first appearance on the show today, my friend? Did you feel some love, even though I threw you on the bus a couple times? And I know that I'll be texting you. I'm going to be texting you tonight. I'm going to be watching the scoreboard.
I had a blast. And I watched the show. I actually enjoyed the show. So it was great being here. Got some good information, too. Learned some things. And I was able to share some of my knowledge as well. So I had a great time.
Awesome. We're having CMartyFit back, you guys. He's going to be back a couple days this week. No, he won't be in tomorrow. He'll be in on Thursday, CMartyFit, myself, and Nicole, and he'll be on Friday as well. Friday, we got Steve Hulford coming in. Steve is the CEO of Underknown, big What If YouTube channel. Going to have some cool conversation on Friday, but we'll get to Friday a little bit later on. Nicole, what do you got going on today, my friend?
I'm going to go run with the sunrise and
Yes.
a bunch of meetings. So just a bunch of work, which is good.
Awesome. That is fantastic. Yes, me too. I'm not going for a run. I got legs day. I think I'll go for a run tomorrow. And we got a lot of things happening today. And I got a show here today at noon. We got Michael Hoodlow, the new grandparent. Michael, what's shaking, my friend? I'm excited to welcome you into the lab here at noon, live in the lab with Keith Billis. And then, of course, we are back tomorrow morning with Mornings in the Lab with myself, Nicole. And Nicole, we got Kylie Hauk tomorrow. So,
Oh, yay. Awesome.
yes. CMartyFit, boom. Matt Rouse, boom. Nicole Bernard, boom. And Business Athlete Nation, thanks for tuning in this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed doing it with you guys. We're going to put this on the loop. So it'll be back up here in about 4 to 5 minutes up on all the networks. And we'll see you guys later, all right? Marty, Matt, Nicole, have a good one, guys.
Have a great day, everybody.
See ya. Have a good one.
See you guys.
See ya.